won't wrestle cause I spatula. I'm not
girls, they say, yeah.
I'm doing this for my yellow. I've been a player since elementary. I got my bars in the
New Year's, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams for the call of this week's 17 matchup. Let's send it out to our broadcast team.
Hey, tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. Their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
So the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember meeting him when he was playing at Cal, and I remember walking away thinking, instead of having Rodgers stitched on the back of his jersey, it should just say confidence, because that's how he felt about his own abilities and his ability to elevate a team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Coaches really don't.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
Third down, 15 yards still needed. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. Still on his feet. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their go-to guy under center. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
There's no secret to beating a 3-4 when you're trying to run the ball up the middle. You have to control the guy over the nose of the center. And oftentimes, he's awfully hard to move. That's why he's there. A big guy, usually north of 300 pounds, with some agility. But somehow, you got to figure out how to move him and
to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
Third down now following the run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed it to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Eight yards to go here on second down. Play clock winding down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. They'll look to throw, and he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
One quarter down here on a frigid December night. Plenty of scoring here already. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's second down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Now back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
To throw is Rodgers. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
A well-executed screen pass means the offensive line has bluffed the defenders. They make them think that they can just get through and get to the quarterback. Instead, they're setting them up. Little screen pass, locked it over them, and now they're in front, and they get downfield for big yardage when they do it right.
Throwing is Rodgers, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordy Nelson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
They'll come out throwing here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And now they're in the hurry-up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. Look at the spin. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Holding. Defense.
Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
to throw now on first down. Well, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to throw again. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Packers have not been bashful these last 2 weeks when it comes to throwing the football. The Vikings are finding out firsthand they'll have to deal with this passing attack if they want to win. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Now to late in the first half. The ball will pop out here on the run. Packers would pick it up and score, which takes the lead to 21. Still late in the first half, the pass will be caught over the middle, and it's going to end up going for a gain of 22. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Green Bay for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
The play clock's running down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. One receiver left, three to the right. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
No. Check. Patriot.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Treadwell. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Vikings. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Holding. Defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
319!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Packers a first down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They come up in an empty set, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught at the 3. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was 1 possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. One receiver left, 3 to the right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle. The numbers comparison last week, really good game. Here, I don't know, he's not hitting the hole as fast as he was a week ago.
Do you get the sense that maybe you know, his timing's off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because last week, I think you were talking about how quick he was to the hole and how fast he was through the hole. And that created some of those big runs because it allowed some of those second and third level blocks from his offensive line. In this game, I feel like the blocking's still there, but he's just not taking advantage of it.
Still third down.
Third down and 1.
319!
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Nelson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
A good play on the ball, getting a hand on it, but it was tipped up in the air before falling incomplete. And that leads to way too many moments where bad things can happen for a defense and good things can happen for an offense. And this is tough to teach in today's football because everyone wants to make a highlight play. Tip it up in the air, grab it yourself, take it the other way. But sometimes that can backfire. How do you teach these guys to just make the good, solid, fundamental play of knocking it to the ground and not trying to make a highlight reel play that could backfire?
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
That's the way to hit.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Green Bay, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it is a disappointing end to their hopes for a perfect season as they finish so close at 15-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.